Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy III. In the last episode, we did quite a lot, but we're about to do some more. Here we are, outside of the Nepto Temple. Now unfortunately, I did take Minnie off. That's okay, because, as I said, I got everybody leveled up. Now, I didn't get them leveled up to where I wanted to. That's fine, because we don't really need them up that high. Oh, I need to put everybody back in the back row, too. But we're ready. We're ready to take on the Nepto Temple. So this place is actually relatively simple to get through. It's just that the monsters can hit pretty hard if you're not careful. And the boss is frustrating if you don't have magic users. But there are a few items here we're going to go ahead and grab. Also went ahead and gave Ark back the dual swords. Use Blizzard, have you use Fire, and have you use the Fire Staff just to be on the safe side. Or Desh can just murder everything. Okay. I mean, it works for me too. Now there are two holes here. We want to go into the left one first, because that'll drop us down to two items. A thing of a shell helm and a thing of shell armor. It's slightly stronger than Mithril, so whoever has your lowest defense out of everybody, make your choice. Can Luneth equip this? No, Refia can't. Refia can't really do a whole lot. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Ingus, because Ingus actually hits harder than everybody else. And then jump down into the other hole. Run up here to snag this real quick. Immediately give it to somebody, because it is a serpent sword. Now this is a blade that actually does... yeah, we'll go ahead and give it to... Does lightning damage. Something that would be helpful if we, weren't minied. But, obviously, that's just gonna happen. It is what it is. We do have some new enemies here. We have the Bloodworm and the Petite. I know I didn't mention what they were earlier. That's okay. That's on me. I'm sorry. Woo! Still a golden needle. I wonder if I'm going to get the ability to mug people. I don't really mess around with Thief all that much. Come on. I didn't steal anything. And managed to kill him before they even got... Was that a preemptive? I didn't happen to see if that was a preemptive or not. Well, at least Revia caught up finally with levels. And there's our boss, guarding the other Nepto Eye. The giant rat. You would think that this thing wouldn't be a pain in the ass. But it is. And it knows it. So, yeah, this thing's a pain in the ass. Okay, so I'm not going to go into auto battle on that, because that's just a bad idea to begin with. I am able to steal some stuff off of him. And this fight should be pretty easy since we've gotten leveling up and we have the access to the raw spells. Let's go ahead and hit him with Pharaoh. We'll go ahead and hit. Yeah, let's go actually hold on. Back up to Arc. So if Desh steps in, that'll help. I stole a potion. That's okay. We could probably steal a potion, a bomb fragment, an Antarctic wind, or Zeus's wrath off of it, but nothing obviously huge. If you do have any items that you can use, such as like the Antarctic wind, I'd say go ahead and use them. Maybe we'll steal anything else off of him. Oh, I probably should not have done that. Nothing to steal. Okay, so I can't steal anything else off of him. Well, at the same time, if I get out of here fast enough, I could probably... Yeah, I should be fine. And there it is. If you go into that underleveled, you are going to have a problem, because he actually can kill you. Job level up, job level up, job level up, and job level up. But now we have the Nepto Eye. Woo! So that's really all there is to this place. Is that... Well, Ingus still can. Oh, because everybody's back to normal. Okay, cool. So I don't have to worry about that. Never mind. I was afraid that by the time that I had gotten out of there, I was done with this. I was going to be out of... yes. Go back to doing that. Auto battle. Just let it go. Or Desh is just gonna murder everything again. Where were you? Where were you, Desh, when I needed you? Actually, we didn't really need him during that entire fight. That fight has given me trouble in the past because I just didn't spend the time to realize, oh, hey, magic mini. I was dumb. But, you know, that happens. Snag a potion. Oh, and Luneth got hit with stone. Let's fix that real quick. Thankfully, we have a plenty good amount of golden needles to not worry about that. Can I get out of here? I'm just gonna keep stealing things. Hey, way to go, Ark. Yeah, this place is pretty straightforward once you're done with it. And then actually, by the time you get out of here, you can remove Mini off of yourself the moment you step back out into the main area. Oh, there's a new enemy. Well, I'll be dead before it happens. I think there was just hedgehogs. Right? Or were-rats? Eh. Go, Luneth. Get a level. Eventually, I'll get out of here. steal anything. So thankfully the petites are actually relatively weak. The poison bats that we can encounter in here are the worst. Or like, they're not the worst thing to fight. The bloodworms are, but... I just want to get out of here so I can continue the story, you know? Good job, Raphia. Get a level. Okay, now we can actually remove mini off of ourselves. Yay! Wrong person. Actually, yeah, put Luneth back in the back row. And thus the Nepto Dragon speaks to us and gives us something that we need for later. And now we can take the ship and leave. Finally. Because we have a lot of exploration we need to do. And most of it, funny enough, even though we have a ship, will be done on foot. It's weird, I know. As promised, the Enterprise is now ours. Which is, funny enough, the name of the ship back in Final Fantasy IV. Gotta do a quick rest real fast just to... This is probably one of the cheaper inns that we'll be able to stay at. And all that grinding gave me a good amount of money. Which we will need. I don't think I have another huge dungeon. For quite a while. Yeah, I don't have a dungeon for just a little bit. Which will probably hit that dungeon in the next episode. Depending on how well I want to do this episode. Now, if you talk to the Moogle, he'll tell you about, like, the Moogle mail option, which allows, you know, NPCs to kind of send you mail. There is, like, a side quest related to it. But that's, I believe, for the DS version, not for PC. And we can actually change up our battle tactic now. I can actually have Raphia start hitting people with that staff. But the fact of using it for fire instead actually makes it a lot better. We're actually going to head here to this village. This is the village of Tokul. It's a relatively not dead, but dismal village. There are some things we can find here, though. So we want to go to the northwestern corner of this town. And I believe it's this tree right here. Yep. There's a Lamia scale. And a great bow sitting just right there. There's another house down here, right here. Find out a thing of Bacchus cider. If we go over to the east side of town, there is... around here somewhere, there it is. An ice staff. We're going to go ahead and immediately give that to Refia because now she can use fire and ice. And she can also just start smacking people with them. Now there is an open house we can go into, which is just this blue one right here. And if we, funny enough, go into the chimney, there's another serpent sword, a Kenpo gi, and I think it's actually something shiny, yep, and a thing of sonic knuckles. Another punching item, mostly good for monks. Go ahead and give that other serpent sword to Ingus. Can I give that Viking axe I grabbed to anybody? No? No. That's okay. The Viking axe isn't a terribly good weapon. I mean, it hits hard, but it's not a good weapon. So, yeah. People have been coming and taking the people from this town. Beyond that, there's nothing really else to do here. So now we need to make a long trek. Ignore what that floating thing is, because that's just going to float around the desert. We can't do anything about that. Just going to go ahead and auto-battle this one. We just need to go straight this way. And keep running into things. Mostly, what are you? Lizard man? Lizard man. Still have time. Had to make sure I was still okay. This forest right here with the circle is a chocobo forest, actually, but we need to go beyond the chocobo forest just a little bit to reach the village of the ancients. This is where we're going to get some better stuff. Actually, I probably should have gone to... Yeah, actually, we're going to do that first. No, we're going to come back to the village of the ancients, but we're actually going to come up here and snag a chocobo. Because we need to go all the way back over to our ship. And why do we need to come back to our ship? Because there's one stop we're going to make first. Yep, and it's just straight ahead. It is this castle right here. This is Castle Argus. Castle Argus is full of treasure. It is full of a lot of good treasure. I don't really think I need a map for this place because it's actually pretty straightforward. So yeah, Castle Argus is full of a lot of great stuff. If we come over here to this candle, all the way on the right, secret passage. Follow it over. You'll see some chests. Go ahead and grab these, and each one has 1,000 gil. I recommend coming to Castle Argus first because of the treasure. Because there's 1,500 more gil, 1,000 more gil, another 1,000, 100, 1,000, and another 100. That just gave us about, I think 7,700 gil. Now we want to go to, yes, Want to come up here to this one, but since it's locked, but since we're a thief, we can just go right on in. Which I believe there is, if we actually interact with this, it'll open up another secret passage. Give us 3 more chests. Light arrows, a killer bow, and some Medusa arrows. Those we can't even use, which sucks. Go to the other side, however, and that's where another locked door is. Being a thief is actually very helpful when you get to this point, because there's a book of light, some fire arrows, a book of ice, a book of fire, ice arrows, and a scholar robe. I don't think Refia can equip the scholar robe. No, not yet. But she will, because I think I'm going to turn her into a scholar when I finally get to class. Okay. Oop. Oh, I wanted to go back in there. There's really, like, if we go out this main door right here, it'll just lead to an HP and a KO spring. But if you go to the middle of this, you'll actually run into some more chests with a bomb fragment and an Antarctic wind. Do we need to heal up at all? Let's go check that real quick. Nah, we should be fine. At the same time, it wouldn't hurt. This is actually a pretty good place to stop to do some grinding if you need to. Which I might have to do a little bit more grinding before we hit that next big dungeon. Because that will be coming up in the next episode. I will make sure to hit that. Because that one is one that it can get tricky. Even if you're not... You don't need to really do anything regarding mining or anything. But it's a very tricky one if you're not careful. But that's all we need over here in Castle Argus. Go ahead and see if we can get ourselves... Oh, don't want to do that. Get a map. Get ourselves as close toward the Village of Ancients as possible. Because we need to head back over there to now do some equipment shopping for other characters. Goblins. What are you gonna do? I think those are hobgoblins, actually. Not sure. They never specify. And, of course, more enemies. Get him, Dash. Kill him. Ah, you almost had him, Dash. That's okay. No! What are these things? Gorgons. Come on, Dash, kill him. You got this, Dash, buddy. I believe in you. Woo! At least everybody's getting levels. So here we are back at the Village of the Ancients. This is a bit of a complicated place to maneuver around because it can get tricky. If you talk to that kid right there, he'll just give you some gnomish bread every time you circle the map. If you want to do it, go for it. I personally don't really care much for it. Alright, weapon shop time. We're buying 2 serpent swords for Ark because it'll help. And we don't really need any of the rest of that because, well, we don't need it. And plus, also having two people dual-wielding serpent swords is actually very helpful. Oh yeah, that's right. I can't run around this entire town. Whoops. Nope, that's just got the... I guess there is a free serpent sword we could get here in town, but we're gonna actually look at the magic real quick, too. Here's where we can buy some good stuff. Sight is a spell that you don't need. You don't need it. Because displaying a detail on the map, it does the same thing as Gnomish Bread. It's useless, especially it just takes up a spell slot. Now having these, however, now these are good. Believe I just need 2 more of those. Who knows what? So I'm not teaching people magic they don't need. You've got all 3 of those. You just need Bizarra and Thundara. Teleport is a spell I will be buying, though, because teleport is actually a very kind of helpful one. Yeah, nah, forget it. I'm not going to buy it. Blind Nudge just removes blind. We could just grab eye drops, and everybody can use that, so we don't need that. Go ahead and give those to Angus real quick. So now he has those. Now, let's go ahead and go grab our... We can actually get some better equipment for Refia here, finally. Keyword is finally. Shell armor. Getting the flame armor. Because I'm not going to go ahead and buy the shell armor, because Angus already has it. We're going to grab 2 of those, because it's going to help. Grab a mage robe for Refia, finally. And a shell armor, I can just take the one off of Angus and give it to Luneth. Finally give Refia some more defense. And that's it. You really shouldn't have to spend a lot of stuff here. There is an inn, however. Let's go stock some items real fast. Am I able to just... no, I'm not going to do that yet. Not yet. Not doing that one just yet. Echo Arms, Mallets, Eye Drops, Antidotes. We should be fine with what I get. Other than that, we already visited Castle Argus, which means we just need to go to one more particular spot. Which is a bit of a pain to get to, but we need to go back toward Castle Argus. Grab some more of those. Don't really need any of the rest of this. A couple more Maiden's Kisses. Buy a couple more mallets because they can be helpful. Other than that, I think we've got everything we need. Sell any unused armor, or don't. Save it. Completely up to you. If I can actually maneuver around this thing. All right. How close can I get to that? I can get very close because we're actually going to park the Enterprise within... Oh, we got a horse. Horse dead. Ow. And that's that. They're dead. I'm exactly where I think I am. Which is exactly where I think I am. I need to go up and around. Wait. No, I'm exactly where I wanted to be. I was just going. I was starting to go north where I didn't need to go. You hobgoblins? Knockers. Sounds wrong. That sounds wrong when you actually think about it. No. Nope, not making that joke. Not making that joke. I'm better than that. Okay. We're actually going to go ahead and head in here real fast. This is the Golgan Gulch. I don't think you need to talk to... I think this is the only one you need to talk to is the one in the center. Yes. Because he gives us the Toad spell. We do need that. Tower of Owen is filled with machinery. Because the Golgans can foresee the future. Or something like that. But there is, however, a fire staff, an ice staff, and a mage robe in here. So I guess we didn't really have to buy a mage robe, but, you know. I'm keeping a fire and ice staff on Raphael at all times because the options of just using fire or blizzard just out of the blue are very helpful. I'm actually going to step outside of this place, save, and that's where we're going to end the episode because I realize that I am also very pressed for time on that one. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy III. I will see you guys in the next episode. So until then, Sarek signing off, and I'll see you guys later.